All right, guys, welcome to episode 109, the rapid fire episode. I'm going to leave it up to ChatGPT and
Claude.
And we're going to see what they got in store for us. So, coming off the backs of all the interviews and stuff, I figure we have a little lighthearted episode of just kind of goofing around.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're in that post Tour de France kind of lull.
Have you seen that? You seen that video, the Instagram reel, the guy that's like, day 5 of no Tour de France. He's sitting there in his cape and is just sitting there.
Yeah,
just,
like pretty much how it is, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I mean,
what are you doing now?
But I will say, didn't we call it Tade? I mean, we called it like after stage 3 Tade. Like, I mean, I think that was not a hard one to call, by the way.
And then I would say, if you're not interested in the Tour de France, I would say go and watch the last
30 minutes.
30 minutes of the last stage, and you'll understand what bike racing is all about.
Gosh,
just
what a display!
What a display! Yeah. I mean, it was just.
We were on a group ride this last weekend, and that's like all we could talk about.
That's all we could talk about. Yeah. I mean, it was just phenomenal. It was just bike racing at its like purest. So.
Yeah. Hey, before we get into the rapid fire, I know you mentioned the we did back-to-back interview weeks. I by the way, I thank you for all the guests that came on.
Yeah,
I mean that's so awesome when people spend their time and come talk to us, and we get to hear some really good stories both on air and off air. It's always fun talking to them off air. Were there any surprises or anything out of the three interviews that or anything that you heard that really stood out across the 3 interviews?
I mean, other than like, consistency builds, like championships basically is what it is you have, I am gutted that Jackson's not going to be, he's taking some time to pursue some other interests and stuff, which is totally fine. I mean, I just enjoy watching him race. Like I root for him at every race that he's entering in. You could
write corporate termination emails, taking the time to pursue other interests. That's good.
Exactly.
but seriously, like that. I mean, it's sad that the season kind of turned out the way it did. But
I mean, I love talking to those guys. I mean, me and you talk to Stacy because she usually lines up next to us, so we usually say hi to her. It just goes to show like how close the gravel community around here is, and it's just very nice to like hear their perspectives on stuff, and it's super flattering that they follow us too. Like like they have no reason to. Like they're way better than us.
Couple of average finishers, back of the pack kind of guys.
Bunch of goofy goobers out there. So again, I and then Trevor and Jackson, helping us to celebrate the 100th subscriber, and Stacy too. That just made it feel even more special. So, definitely want to say thanks to everybody out there who, continues to listen every week, continues to support us, continues to, gives us the thumbs up, or, tells their, grandma about it, or, make their kids subscribe to us. It's super awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people doing a lot of really awesome stuff out there. And I'm hoping we get, some more interviews like that too coming down the pike.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, if anybody's listening and if there's somebody that should be on the show that we haven't had a chance to connect with. We got a lot of folks that we would like to get on the show, and we will eventually. I mean, we don't plan on stopping this anytime soon. So, we definitely want to get more of those interviews. I really like that format. I think it's so much fun, as you said, just to talk to folks. But if there's somebody out there that you want to hear from, that you want to have on the show, like, let us know who that is, and we'd love to reach out to them and get them on as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So. Like, this is. I feel like this is as much, your guys' show as it is our show. Like, some weeks we pump out some bangers, and then some weeks it's just kind of
can't all be tens, Travis.
Can't all be tens. Some weeks it's just rapid fire. So.
Yeah, I don't want anybody thinking like this is a pre-recorded filler episode. No, we did decide we wanted to do something a little lighthearted and maybe poke a little fun at each other at the same time. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's kind of fitting just the way the season is right now. We're kind of in the lull between, you're kind of, if you have kids, they're kind of going back to school.
Yep.
If you're, of college age, you're getting ready to go back to school. The race season's kind of winding down. There's not much left on the docket, except for like the later like September timeframe type stuff, September, October. So it's just good to, just kind of break up the season a little bit before we get into the fall and we start, doing more stuff about training.
I'm ready to get into this. I'm already reading. I'm already reading into it. I couldn't help it. I was trying to listen to you, but I'm looking down at my computer and I see one of these questions. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to ask this one. All right, you ready? You want to start? Let's start at the top here. I asked Claude to kind of give us some, let's get in. It's nice and easy into this, and then we'll see where it goes from there. All right. Coffee or no coffee before a long ride?
Oh, coffee.
All day long.
Always coffee.
Always coffee.
If you don't drink coffee, I don't know if we can
It's
be
not
friends.
just coffee. It's coffee and then a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Or for you, a Monster.
It's caffeine.
Yes.
Like I need it to function.
Yeah, there is no question.
Yeah.
So, what's the worst weather you've ever raced in?
I want to say, I think so when I first started, like I did a 24-hour mountain bike race. Well, it was supposed to be 24 hours, but it started snowing so bad in Gallup that the race got canceled. So I don't think I remember ever being as cold as that. That was
cold,
just insanely cold and just snowing and like you couldn't, and the ground was warm enough so like it was kind of sloppy mud too, so it was just like you were kind of sliding around and it was cold, and then you would kind of fall and then you'd be wet and then that would start to get cold and it would freeze because you were moving through the air, so it was like right on that freezing point. So like you'd go to like move your arms and they'd be like
See, I think that's the thing. Like cold is the worst because like I can deal with the rain, I can deal with thunder and lightning around me and the mud and all that. But when you start getting into the cold weather and rain,
I don't mind the cold.
Oh gosh, no.
I think the heat is what affects me the most. Like I would say, like anytime I've raced, like 100+ degree days is probably the worst ever.
Yeah. I mean, the obvious answer for me could be like Unbound, when like obviously this year it was just terrible downstorm and light. I know, that's the thing. Like I actually enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. The only other thing that comes close, and it wasn't a race, so I don't know if it really counts for the question. But I was on a week-long trip in North Carolina with a good group of folks, and we were riding. I believe it was Roan Mountain. I think it's Roan Mountain. And it decided to just thunderstorm like crazy. So it was raining like crazy, and it's just soaking wet. And then of course you're going up a few thousand feet, so it starts to get a little chilly, and then it just got freaking cold.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like for me, just anytime it starts to get cold like that, cold and wet, it's weird the heat for you because you're from the desert.
I know.
I'm just shocked like how.
I'm used to, well, the thing is I'm used to like your sweat actually cooling you, whereas here it just makes you wet. It just does not work here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
My turn, Danny.
Oh, you want to, man, I just wanted to wrap them off at you, but all right.
All right. Did you name the podcast SufferSooner as a warning to your listeners, or is it just a description of what your guests go through?
That's good. No, it was a description of it. So we came up with that name on a ride. We were just like talking about possibly doing a podcast and all that. We were trying to figure out what name we could call it. And then I don't remember exactly how we got to SufferSooner, but it was like we were out suffering. Like it was one of those hot training rides.
Yeah.
And a typical Midwest heat, humidity. It was super high, super hot. And like, let's just get this over sooner.
Yeah.
Like we just got to, it was supposed to be an easy endurance day.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we were threshold the whole way home. Cause let's just get the heck out of here.
We just wanted to suffer sooner and get it over with quicker. So
yeah.
that's kind of like the whole idea behind the SufferSooner is that you're getting it over with quicker by just kind of leaning into the suffering.
Exactly.
So
we've had a lot of people ask us about that too. Yeah. Like, where did that name come from?
They're like, don't you mean suffer always? Because
yes,
but
we had I don't. I won't name him because I haven't talked about naming him on the podcast. But we were one of the guys we were riding with over the weekend. He goes, the first time I saw your kits, I thought it said SufferSooner. And I'm like, well, look at me. I do like to eat.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
like,
come on. It can fit. Like, we're good.
Yeah, you just train a little harder and you get to eat a little more.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was always told you can't outrun your fork. You can't outcycle it either.
No,
so,
you can definitely not.
Fork always wins. All right. What do you got? Give me another one.
All right. Are you deeply obsessed with optimization? So when are you going to optimize your personality?
Especially on the bike.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm like the most boring person to ride next to ever.
I think the reason that me and Danny's friendship works so well is that I am constantly coming up with random stuff on the bike to talk about, and Danny is just like blank slate the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, even on an easy endurance, we just did a zone 2 ride on Sunday. And I bet you could count on fingers and toes how many words were said after the first 10 minutes or so. Because usually the first 10 minutes or so, it's, just kind of getting warmed up. We're just chatting. But then after that, it's like, for me, it's like the mind just goes off.
He settles into some whatever interval, and then I'm just kind of riding next to him, just going like, so what did you think about blah, 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 and what do you want to do about this? And then what do you think about this type of training? And what do you
I do talk back.
Yeah, you do. You do answer.
I answer, but I'm not very good at starting conversation.
No, you do not start it. I start the whole thing every time.
And God forbid you start to sing, because then I'm like, I know that song, and then I just kind of listen, and I usually just give it a good laugh, and then that's about the end of it.
And I have this little inside gravel biking here is that on our gravel rides, I usually bring a speaker. Mm-hmm. And so like I know whatever part of my brain has basically memorized every single song in my playlist and then what it likes to do is make up different words about the situation that we're doing. So that's always fun. It always gets a chuckle out of Danny.
Yeah, that's right. Good stuff. What's something you do differently than everyone else in the sport and won't change? What's something you do differently?
Roll up to the start line like
10 minutes late.
10 minutes late.
I thought you were like exaggerating that a little bit, and then I think at was it Rock Ridge right after Solstice, and everybody's like, Travis, we didn't think you were even going to show up. Like, no, I just missed my alarm.
Yeah. Without Danny keeping track, I get lost.
I know. See what happens when I don't show up.
Yeah.
What's one race you'd never do again?
Madison.
That took no time at all. I seriously thought you were going to have to think on that one. That was like instant. It was right there.
Yeah,
that left a scar on you.
That half Ironman, even though it was probably by far one of the better ones I've had, that course was just horrible. I mean, the bike course.
The bike course.
The run course was excellent. The swim course was excellent. But yeah, that bike course was not what I would say is an Ironman type event.
Yeah.
Not something that I'm willing to pay another $700 to go and do.
Yeah.
For that.
I don't have that kind of experience because I haven't raced any of those, but I don't really have a race that's just stuck in me like I'll never do that one again. Because I mean,
what about Humphreys when we went through the creek crossing?
Well, all right, but see that one doesn't really because it's not offered anymore. So
so now you don't. So now you don't have to do it.
I don't have to do it.
You're just like for anyone that wants to know this race up in Smithville, it used to go counterclockwise.
Yeah,
and then they decided, hey, this year we're going to go clockwise.
Yeah,
and it's basically you start in downtown Smithville, you go right past the lake, and then you get onto a horse track.
Yeah,
so maybe 5 miles at the most.
No room for separation.
No room for any separation.
Yeah.
And then it narrows down into a horse track.
Single track. Yeah.
Single track, horse track.
Yes.
There's horses that ride this, not people.
Right. So it gets a little bumpy.
Yeah. So it gets a little bumpy. It's a little like game trail type thing. Mm-hmm. And then you have to cross this creek. And then you got to wade through.
Which, by the way, the creek is fun. It's a fun part. I mean, you can't ride it, but it's a fun section.
It's not a bad section. And then after you get out of that, then you get into like waist high grass.
Yeah.
And you're lucky if they mowed it. So again, like there's probably the reason that they're not offering that race anymore, I think, is just because of the backlash from having that. I mean, I saw people hit potholes and flip over, especially in the front group, because everybody's vying for that little choke point, because it's basically like the first year that happened, I got my bars bent down and then I was basically the back of the pack. But the second year I did it, I knew the pinch point was coming. So I railed it to get to be like first or second wheel through there.
Yeah.
And I was second overall.
Yeah, you were fine.
Yeah. So you really can, I just didn't really like the way that race played out.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been, if I was the race director, I would definitely have a longer lead into that section just to help break it up.
It's funny because we train up in that area constantly. That's our stomping grounds for training. So I'm very familiar with all the roads up there. Obviously, with the exception of that area, we don't typically ride that. But that course has always just gotten me because it's always hottest time of the year, and it's always gotten me. And mostly it's because of dehydration.
Yeah.
I used the first time I did it, I made the mistake of my bottles were a little too concentrated, so I was getting dehydrated slowly, which is the worst way because you don't catch it until it's too late and you're done. And then the next time was I just wasn't drinking enough. It's one of those situations where it was just so hot and I was just being miserable. So I guess that's a good one. I mean, if they offered it, I probably wouldn't want to go back and do it. It would be nice to have that race back in the Northland though.
Yeah, so I would like to see it come back. I just think some better route planning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can make it a pretty decent local event.
Yep. So, what's the best piece of advice a stranger gave you mid-race?
I think when I started out, and I kind of adopted this too, is that if you just keep eating and drinking, eventually something will happen.
It's going to go one way or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if it comes back up the front way or the other way, then at least you have a chance to deal with it.
Sure.
If it irons itself out and you start to feel better, then congrats, you kind of saved yourself. If not, then at least you kind of know.
Similar, we were doing Hincappy, gosh, was that 4 years ago? It was 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years
22,
ago.
I think.
Yeah.
And Hincappy, so if you haven't done Hincappy Grand Fondo, it's down in South Carolina and is a freaking awesome course.
Yes.
It's one of the routes that George Hincappy used to train on, as he was on the world tour and everything. So it's just an outstanding course. But we were at one of the aid stations and I was debating, like, should I grab that PB&J sandwich or not? And the guy was like, eat it and take another one. Like, eat everything. Yep. Like everything. And you and I have talked about that a lot, even going into that. But I think it's at that, like, when you hear it from somebody else, especially mid-race, and you're debating that, like, it wasn't even a question. It's like it's an eating contest as much as it's a bike race.
Yeah.
So, and that's a thing I think a lot of people forget about racing and riding in general. It's like you cannot possibly eat enough calories to replace what you're burning on the bike. It's not physically possible.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think the low threshold, basically, if you were to eat 300 calories an hour, you would have to have your average power be like 120 watts.
Yeah, most people, that's
that's just to break even. So
right.
like if you go any over 120 watts, then you're basically starting to deplete your glycogen stores for sure.
Yep.
All right, Danny, who is your dream guest for the podcast, and how quickly do you think they would block your number after the interview?
Dream guest? I mean, I'll go with the obvious one. It'd be freaking phenomenal to have somebody like Tade on. I mean, you said a dream guest.
Okay.
I think our subscriber count would go way up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We should reach out to him. Let's see what he says.
He'll block you before you even.
I know. See, that goes right into the next thing. Yeah. Like, blocked. Who is it? Get this guy out of here. I can't even believe. No, Todd is one of those guys. I bet the image that he has that you see, like, in the downtimes, like, I bet he's one of those guys that you could you could walk by him on the street and talk to him, and he would talk. Like, he's not gonna, So I mean, just kind of one of those guys. So, more realistically though, or maybe not realistically because it's not realistic, but like more to our focus. I think it'd be really cool to have somebody like Keegan on,
Okay.
Or like even not to that level, a couple of tiers down, like a Dylan Johnson or somebody like that. Not because I don't really care about the conversation of the celebrity status and the pro side of it. I think it'd be more interesting to like hear like their transition and their journey from, when they were racing. I'm sure been racing and riding for a lot of years and they were very young, but like when did they really know that they were going to make it? And maybe they never knew until it just happened.
Yeah.
Like, and that would obviously apply more to Keegan. Dylan is obviously a big personality online and everything, but I think he's clearly making a living off of this.
Yeah.
And I think that's really awesome. So like, what was that process? Like that stuff, I just love hearing those types of stories.
Yeah. So, just kind of like, I think it would be good to like kind of hear from a pro, like when did they know that they were going to be pro, or did like, was it like after they won their first race, or did they work up through the ranks and then eventually they just kept working and like showed up? Like what kind of journey was that?
Right.
That would be very interesting.
Right.
For sure.
Now, can I ask like a third tier to that?
Huh.
So more possibly of having this type of guest versus those others are kind of like way out there. I would like to have somebody from Lifetime on. They could talk to us about Unbound and talk about the future of Unbound, and not like the criticism. Like we've been critical of Unbound over the years. Like we're critical of a lot of things, but we're also, I think we've been pretty fair with our compliments of what's happened with that race. So I wouldn't be about like any kind of gotchas or anything like that. I would really like to know more about like the strategy of what's the intent of Unbound. And yes, it's to grow the sport. Okay. But like how do you think that's going to happen? Like what's the real nuts and bolts that you're going to do? It's not like they have competition to hide it from.
Yeah. How do you grow the sport, but also keep it engaging that people want to come back year after year?
Exactly.
Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
and probably less of an interview and more of just like a dialogue and a brainstorming on it. Cause nobody's got the answer here.
Right. So, for sure.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let's see here. All right. What's your biggest red flag? Someone who doesn't work out or someone who tracks their sleep data on a spreadsheet?
I mean, I would say the person that doesn't work out, like just I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of years I didn't work out, right? So like if I look back over my prior 20 years,
and I'm
or
not
so,
saying like I wouldn't say like somebody who like doesn't work out, like, they have to work out like
religiously
5 times a week.
Yeah,
but
not like that.
If you're hitting the gym like 2 to 3 times a week, you're working out.
I think there's something to be said for being conscious of your just your physical fitness and your physical, like I'm not peak fitness by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, I think the fact that, we both do this to try to stay in some sort of shape, but it's also an outlet. And I think when you don't have an outlet that's something like this, it makes me wonder, well, what is, like, you got to have an outlet.
Yeah.
I get it. Fitness stuff isn't for everybody, but even people that are like, oh, I don't like to go to the gym. Nobody said you had to go to the gym.
Right.
There's all kinds of ways to do workouts.
Yeah. There's weird people who like to walk
and run.
Yeah.
These runners.
Weird.
Yeah. So what food do you crave most after a brutal effort?
It changes.
Right now.
So in the summertime, it's usually like ice cream.
See, and you're not even an ice cream guy.
I never eat it.
Yeah, you're not an ice cream guy.
I just want the cold sweetness. And then when I get done with the workout, I'm like, man, I don't really want
it. It's funny. We've got a lot of races around here that they still serve food after the race and everything. And most races around here do barbecue. So like, I'm not really big on the barbecue after a race. I mean, I'll eat it obviously.
Yeah.
One of the things I seem to really like is just like pizza. When we've had the pizza at Simon's Pizza down in Emporia, after we've done and maybe that's more of a pre, but I mean, I could envision that after a hard race or a hard effort. Yeah, getting a slice of that pizza would be pretty dang good.
Yeah, so. I think pizza is probably like my go-to, on hard efforts. Yeah. It's my cheat meal for sure.
Yeah,
like there's little convincing if there's pizza involved.
That's
for me,
true.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could only choose one to talk about for the rest of your life, would it be Zone 2 cardio or macro tracking?
Oh god, Zone 2 cardio all day. I'm horrible with macros.
Yeah.
See, my problem, and this is something I would love some help from anybody that could offer it. Like, macros and I don't get along real well. Not because I don't want to, but like I'm like the most food illiterate person you can find out there. So that's one of my biggest weaknesses.
Yeah.
So
usually when I do macro tracking, I hate the weighing of the food. So then I find myself just going to more processed, like packaged food, because I can just scan it and
scan the barcode.
Yeah, and I scan the barcode and I get in and I'm like, that's not healthy.
See, that's exactly what I mean. Like I am horrible with ideas. It's like protein's a great example. Like anybody that like tries to get 200 plus grams of protein a day in, like that gets really hard to do.
Yeah. I mean,
like, I can do it for a couple of days and not be burned out, but by day 3 or 4, you start to get kind of burned out.
Yeah,
and then
you're
like,
when you wake up for the 4th day in a row to eat 5 eggs.
See, the eggs don't bother me.
No, I know, but I'm like, you're just like, that's all right, 5 eggs, okay.
Yeah.
And then I got lunch, I got chicken, and then I gotta like get some other kind of protein, and then maybe like a protein shake after that. Like getting that amount of protein in is hard, and so like tracking it is. By the time you get to tracking stuff and you're doing all the workouts and stuff, it's just like I find myself going the easy route and just doing.
See, that's where that's where like I know myself well enough. If it's planned out and I've got a list or I got something I can work off of, to be like, I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to eat that and I'm going to eat that. And then if I get hungry in between, okay, well then maybe I'll grab the protein bar or I'll grab the barcode item that you're talking about. But the hard part for me is like, if it's not planned out and I didn't like know in advance, like, oh, tonight I'm having like one of my favorite things to fix is a blackened chicken sandwich because it's quick and easy. But if I didn't plan that out, no matter how easy it is, I default is like, oh, we'll just grab something somewhere.
Yep.
And it's like, no matter how healthy you try to eat when you go out to eat, it's never as healthy as it is when you go home.
No.
So,
yeah, that's the other thing too. I find myself is like, I'm like the type of person that will just eat the same thing over and over and over again, which is not a big deal for me. I'll just eat it. But like my family's like, oh, we're having that again.
Chicken
tonight.
And rice again.
I'm like, yeah, you just eat it.
Yeah.
You're
just season it a little differently
for the taste.
So I think subtly you're blaming your family for your eating woes. That's what I heard.
Pretty much. They know.
They know.
I get so upset with them.
Oh man. If you had to talk to a total stranger, or if you had to talk a total stranger into trying this sport in one sentence, what do you say? Come on, it's fun. You freaking liar.
You liar. Talk somebody into this sport. I feel like sometimes when I describe the sport, I'm more talking people out of it.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's like last week we were talking to Stacy and talking about Opawapu, and I'm like, I'm not trying to talk people out of doing it. It's a hard race, but don't know. Like, really, you should go do it. Like, oh yeah, okay.
I always try to say like metered expectations. So like, is gravel racing fun? Yes. Is it also the hardest thing to do? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have the highest of highs? Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have the lowest of lows? For
Most
sure.
likely.
Like it's just this roller coaster of stuff, and I think just kind of getting that expectations across. Like, the worst thing I would say is like when people get a gravel bike and they think it's going to be like, fireballs at the aid stations and beer hand ups. Like there are some races like
you can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah.
But when they're like, oh my gosh, I just went and did this race and it was so much climbing and so many hills and it was so horrible. And it's like, that's gravel.
Yeah.
They don't usually pave the rough roads. They pave the smooth ones.
That's
like
right.
The flatter ones.
That's right.
Stuff that people
you don't see many 18% grades on paved roads.
Yeah. It's not happening.
Yeah. So I've got some that are targeted specifically for you.
Oh, let's go, Danny. I'm ready.
So if you want to play ping pong a little bit here.
Oh no, you go for it.
So
That was about all I had from ChatGPT.
Oh, it's weak.
Yeah,
it's weak. Do you need to borrow my list?
I didn't go super in depth and like give it super prompts. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's all
I just
good.
gave it like a general prompt and
all right.
went from there.
So this one, so here's how you know you've made it is when the AI engine starts to know who you are.
Yeah.
So it asks, Sharks. Are the Sharks making the Stanley Cup this year? Are you still in or are you backing out?
Oh, dude, I'm still in.
Oh,
I'm
he's
like,
all in on it.
Celebrini signed a 5-year contract with the Sharks. He's the highest paid, like 19-year-old in the NHL right now.
Yeah.
He is. Again, if you don't follow hockey, I would say this would be the year that you want to follow the Sharks.
The problem here is the Stanley Cup is months away because I would love to put a bet on the line for you think the Sharks are going to see. I would take the rest of the league and you can have the Sharks and whoever wins that bet, or whoever loses that bet. I'm thinking.
Well, you see, then you take the rest of the league, but you got to so you can't.
Are you that big on the Sharks or not?
I think so. Yeah. We'll figure out something. Here's
hockey season doesn't start for a little while.
Yeah,
so.
Hockey season. Well, preseason starts in September, and then it doesn't start till October.
Sure.
Not that I'm paying attention.
But the real season doesn't start till like February.
Pretty much after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if anybody wants to put it in the comments about what should be the
wager here?
What should be the wager?
Yeah.
Then we'll definitely
we'll entertain that.
We'll entertain it, and we'll get some stipulations.
What's one race photo that should never be seen?
Oh, I think there's one. I'll send it to Danny. It's when I was coming out of the water at Matt Mason, and it just looks like I'm just like ready to throw up. I would just like swallow so much lake water. It's horrible. I'll make sure Danny gets this picture and you guys can see it on the video.
We'll see if we can work it in.
It looks horrible.
The other one I was thinking is there's photo evidence of you walking this hill at which race was that? Stay Fired Up.
Yeah, Stay Fired Up.
When that was still around, and
I'll throw that one in there too.
If I could, if you find that one, we got to show
because Danny's riding right behind me.
I was like, we got done with. I'm like, Travis had to walk. That was like so. Here's the thing. This is actually. I don't think we didn't even do an episode around this one, but I remember this race clearly. Like that first hour for you was probably one of the worst first hours of race I've ever seen. Even still for you, because like your legs were just totally dead. You couldn't get up that very first climb you were struggling on. And then that climb, which by the way, there's no shame in walking the hill that we're talking about because it's a steep hill, but like where Travis's fitness was at that time, like there was no reason to be walking that hill.
Yeah.
But you were like from the base walking the hill, not even like, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah, I was suffering so bad on that.
I seriously thought I was going to put like 5 minutes into you after that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you come hauling ass up next to me, and then you ended up like waiting up for me and riding along because I was slow. Still, I'm slow, but it was so funny because I was like, I'm just going to destroy Travis today. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, your legs came around. Like, this is why you keep pedaling.
Yep, exactly. That is the reason. Like, yeah, you may have walked the first hill, but you can kind of make it up. So.
Yeah. Similar question. What's the one race result you'd erase if you could?
I don't think I'd race any race results.
Yeah.
I don't really look. I mean, I look at them after the race is done. So this little inside of my head is I look at where I finished compared to like people I know and the rest of the field, and sometimes you have a good race and it's kind of like, oh, sweet, I finished where, I felt like I should have finished. Yeah. And then sometimes you have a bad race and you finish higher than expected or lower expected. Yeah. And then you go, okay, here's some changes that I'm going to work on. And then you implement them and move on.
Right.
So I don't look at my race results as far as like, I wish I would have, if I was 5 seconds faster at this transition, I would have been 10
Sure.
places. Like I don't play that game. I just
Yeah.
look at it and just go, how did everybody else do compared to me?
Right.
And then did I finish where I reasonably expected to finish given my fitness? And then I move on.
Yeah, I think once that weekend passes, like nobody, I hate to say it, but like nobody really cares.
Nobody does.
Nobody cares. And now the exception to that is if you podium, that's something you kind of hold on to, and you just, it's always nice to know that you podiumed a race. But for all intents and purposes, like, yeah, even if you talk to people about, oh yeah, I did such and such race and I got a podium, it's like, okay, that's cool, but like nobody cares. Like they applaud you, they congratulate you because that's awesome. Yeah. Everybody would love to podium.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the same way. Like I wouldn't want to erase any of them. Like there's a couple that I wish I had maybe, there's probably been 1 or 2 races over the, how many years now, where we opted to get out of it for the right reasons. But I kind of wish maybe we hadn't, because like here's a good example. Opal Wapu a few years back, like one of the last ones they did, and it was super hot.
It was insanely hot.
And
it was
we
like
both,
100 and something degrees, and
terrible.
we were in the shade trying to cool off.
Yeah, and it was just
so
miserable.
hot. Yeah,
and we both agreed to pull the plug on it because we had other things going on later in the year, and it's like one of those, like if you push through it and you end up having a setback in your training, that didn't really do you much good, did it? So we decided, it was right. Don't get me wrong, it was the absolute right call. But now, because Opal Wapu was kind of taken away,
yeah,
and that original course is gone now, like that would have been nice to have finished that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's part of it. All right, one more here. Maybe 2 more. What's a training excuse only you would use?
I use this one all the time. Like
all the time.
So if the legs don't have it,
yeah,
and it's not really that they don't have it. It's just that I'm not focused enough.
Yeah.
And I tend to be like, I got other stuff to do. I should go and do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I should probably do my laundry, or oh, I should do some cleaning, or oh, I should prep dinner, or something like that, instead of just like, paying attention to the workout and just doing the workout. So sometimes I just kind of like, if the legs don't feel like 120%, like they're just like super great, then I'm like, I'll just try it again tomorrow.
True story. I've heard some of these excuses.
Yeah.
I've learned how to pick them out, and I try not to give you too much of a hard time. So,
yeah. I just kind of basically like, again, I'm one of those people like, if I'm not ready to do the workout, but I force myself to do the workout, I will look for any reason to quit the workout.
I will say the time that makes sense, though, like it totally makes sense, is if it's an interval workout, because the quality of the interval, if you don't get it, then it's like you're just wasting your fatigue. Like fatigue is just gonna go for nothing.
So now what I've done, and I used to be kind of pretty bad about that. I would say like maybe 2-3 years ago. And then now what I do is, if I don't have it in the legs, I don't get to cut the workout short. I just don't do the intervals. So I just do a different ride for, the amount of time.
And then come back to the intervals later in the week.
Yeah. And that works out a lot better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a good tip for people too. Like if you're mentally not in it, like maybe go in and try the first interval, because then if you're like, you know what, it's just not there, maybe try to start the second. And if it's really not there, shut it down and just kick that workout to a day or 2 later.
Yep.
Swap things around in your calendar a little bit. I mean, that saved me countless times over different weeks, because again, we always talk about like what are the cornerstone workouts of the week, and you gotta if that's it, then don't miss it.
Yeah.
Like, and also don't do it half-ass, because
right.
you're just not going to get the quality.
Yeah, because then you just the reason that and I try to do this, and it's like, it's kind of old hat to say like, oh, you're listening to your body. You are listening to your body, because your body's not ready to focus on that workout.
That's right.
and give it the proper attention that it needs.
Yeah.
And so like kicking it a day away or 2 days away when you feel like you can hit it back and get it, then get the quality that you need will be way better for your training than suffering through it, digging yourself into a hole mentally, and then just end up hating the bike.
Yeah.
Or running or swimming or whatever.
Right, whatever it is.
Juggling.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to hit a gold mine here. Let's see how these go. What's the most delusional thing you've said about your own fitness this year?
Oh, that I was stronger than I was last year?
No, that's not true. That's not true. You can't. I'm not going to let you get away with that one because that's not a true story. You were clearly stronger than a year ago around Unbound.
Yeah.
Now I think since Unbound, for obvious reasons, like we both talked about, like, fitness has slid quite a bit over time. So I would say, like, as it sits right now, probably not as strong now as you were a year ago today. But I mean, you're not stronger. You might be as strong, but you're not stronger. But definitely around Unbound and shortly thereafter, yeah, you were definitely ahead of last year. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just I don't think I try not to compare like years to years.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
It's hard not to. I mean, again, you're only like as much work as you can put in the off season.
Yeah.
So if you have a good off season, then you're going to have a good season. So
yeah, and that's something we were talking about on the weekend. We're going to do another episode on this one, I think, eventually. Is we were talking about like how to balance the number of races in a season and still have time to focus on the deficiencies that we know we have, right? And as we were talking, just kind of a preview of that, is there's such a thing as people who truly want to get better, but they don't race.
Right.
So they don't really ever challenge themselves. They only ride within the comforts or the whatever slight push that their plan gives them.
Yeah.
And racing will unlock skill and unlock the talent and unlock the fitness.
Yep.
But you can also go too far that direction where I think we were talking, it's like you can race so much that it's like, well, now I'm not structured anymore.
Yeah, I'm just surviving to race.
Yes.
And then I'm not really working on the things that need to be worked on.
Exactly.
Because, like, let's say the position on my bike is not very well, and then like,
right.
as I continue to race every weekend, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Instead of me, like say taking 2 races off, correcting the issue,
right,
and then coming back stronger for the next thing.
Right.
So
something we've kind of been throwing around. Let's see. If the audience had to vote someone off the podcast, what's your pitch for why it shouldn't be you?
That's a good question. I don't know why it wouldn't be me. I'd be like, there's probably somebody better than me for sure.
Likewise.
So.
Oh my gosh, it's too. I don't think there's an answer to that question. It's just too funny not to ask it.
Yeah. I would be like, please don't. I guess.
Who would do the intros?
Right? Who would do it?
I can't do the intro.
Danny can't do it. You should see. It's like 5 minutes of me getting ready to do the intro and then Danny laughing as I get ready.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But that's the warm up.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times when we cut into the scene, you'll see me kind of smiling or laughing because I'm usually just got done laughing about something hysterical. So, what's dogs have decided they're going to join the podcast. What's something you're convinced you're great at that everyone else thinks you're mediocre at?
Climbing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh my gosh, it's so funny to watch when you're at the front of a group and we go up. It doesn't matter how small the hill is. If it's more than 3%,
yeah,
like Travis is just drop it in the back, just shell him out of the back. And everybody
it's like a stone.
Yeah, and it's so funny because people like start to follow you, and then you'll almost see their head shake, and they'll go around you.
They'll be like, "What is this guy doing?" And it's
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, there's just no way.
Oh my gosh, that is too good. Who do you talk trash about the most when they're not in the room?
I don't think I talk trash about myself.
I was gonna say, if anybody, you do talk trash about yourself more than anybody. So anybody is wondering, he's not talking trash about you.
Yeah.
And if your bike could talk, what's one thing it would expose about you? Yes, he pees on the bike.
Yeah, no. I've never peed on the bike.
It's not even raining.
Yeah, it's not even raining. Why? No, I don't know. I guess probably like the fact that I like just like sometimes just like pour water.
Why you being a little bitch?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Like I pour water in my mouth and it just kind of like goes out of my mouth onto the bike. It's probably like the worst thing.
Oh my gosh, it's too good. What's the pettiest reason you've ever wanted to beat someone in a race?
Oh God. Just the way they passed me or something.
Just the way they passed me.
Well, last time at Rock Ridge, right? Like, so we were coming up that big hill, and there was some guy with us, and he got to of course he gets to the top of the hill before me, and then we start going down, and I was kind of just in let's just kind of cruise it in kind of mode, and I kind of caught up to him, and then he just started like half filling me and accelerating.
Oh, that's the worst.
I was like, oh,
come on, dude.
I'm like,
yeah.
And he probably didn't even know or think or whatever. Yeah. He was just happy to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, oh, it's on now.
It's on. I'm going to bury you. Yeah. Welcome to the pain train.
Yeah. And then I basically just took off, and yeah. So
what's the worst advice you've ever given someone with total confidence? I got this one. If you don't have one, I got this one for you.
I'm pretty sure I've said oh, this is the worst hill, and then it's not.
Yeah. What was it? A couple of weeks ago we were riding, and you were like, oh yeah, it's just like 7 or 10. There's 10 more miles or whatever it was, and it's like it's not that bad going back. Well, except for this hill, and then this hill, and then this hill, and then this hill. I was gonna say the time that you the time that we were doing, I think it was Bad Astra, when Serena wasn't feeling so well, and you're like, just eat another gel, and then if you puke it up, eat another one.
Yeah, just shove another one.
And she's like, I tried that.
Tried that.
I mean, that was actually the right advice, but it's just so funny. It's like such a miserable experience. Oh my gosh.
And there was just some random person that was overhearing me talk to her, telling her this, and he's like, what the heck is wrong with this guy?
Right. All right, last one, I think the last one here.
All right.
If I wrote your obituary right now, what's the first insult in it?
Travis was good at a lot of things, but going uphill,
not one of them.
Not one of them.
Oh my gosh. So I think it goes without saying, Claude is definitely much better with the rapid fire.
Yeah.
It came through with a few there at the end. I was a little skeptical at first, but
yeah.
Anything else you want to hit on?
No, I think that was good. Everyone, again, if you made it this far, thanks for listening, supporting.
Before we go to the full wrap up.
Oh yeah.
We need some help from the audience on a couple of topics that they want us to hit this fall as things kind of start to wind down, because we are going to hit the dreaded winter lull. Yeah. And we'll make sure we hit some topics that people want to hear about. We've always got our traditional winter topics that we can cover, but my goodness, if there's some topics out there, we've got a few ideas cooking, but I would love to hear some ideas from folks that if there's anything anybody wants us to cover, we would love to do that.
Yeah, so. Especially if you guys want to, if you're not an indoor trainer person, we could go into, indoor training and setups and stuff like that, or
how-tos, whatever you need. Yeah,
whatever you guys want to do. How to deconstruct your whole season, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Just
we got a lot of good feedback on the episode, like how to get started in this. And I don't think there's I thought about that. When you told me we were going to do that episode, I was a little skeptical, and it turns out to be one of our more popular episodes, which I think says something that there's just not enough content out there to help guide people. Like, if you're trying to get started in this and you don't go to an event to get started, like, how do you get started in this?
Right.
Well, you go to the bike shop who, I love bike shops, but they're trying to sell you a bike.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't know how to get started, where do you go to get started? There's not a lot of good content out there for that. So I think that was a really good call on your part. And I would love to extend that into like, hey, are there other topics that you think will help get people into the sport or help get them into the craziness that we call gravel cycling?
Yeah, exactly. Like, anything guys can think of that we should cover, from kind of like a not to say like newbie, or like from a beginner to more of an advanced topic. We could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Just for years and years of struggling with it, then we can save you the hassle of of doing all that.
That's right.
Fast track you to the front of the peloton.
Yeah. Yeah, front for about 30 seconds until you get shelled out of the back on the first climb.
Exactly, like me. But again, everyone, thanks for all the support. I hope you really enjoyed this kind of lighthearted episode. We just kind of like to throw these in here every once in a while just to, just break up the monotony and stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody, we'll see you at Pony Express. It's only 5 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's like, 4 or 5 weeks away. I'm really excited.
Not very far, so.
I hope my fitness is there.
Danny needs it after riding this weekend. The excuses are going to start flying.
I've got them all queued up.
Yep. So again, if there's anybody we should be talking to, definitely let us know. Hit us up on the Instagram or whatever that we should interview or get in contact with. I'd love to get more people on that you guys want to hear from. So,
yep.
And then other than that, thanks everybody for the support, and we will talk to you later.